3, 2, actually, it just gave us a 3, 2, 1. Welcome, everyone, to our inaugural episode of Disciplr Download. I'm Andrew. This is my friend Cherith.
Hey.
And we're going to just hang out for a little bit and let you guys come in. We know that, when stuff starts at a deadline in the church world, that always means it starts 5 minutes after the deadline, right?
Yeah, who starts on time?
It's my experience, at least. But if you're watching this video after it's been recorded, welcome. So glad that you were able to come hang out with us. This is the first time we've done this, so we expect lots of bugs and
problems, issues.
I mean, it happens, but it's all good. We're hanging out with friends and talking Disciplr, so it should be a really good time and hopefully a great way to start out your week. I know for us here, it's 9 o'clock. We're on the mountain region, right next to the mountains, literally. So we're just kicking off. I'm just in time for my second cup of coffee. So some of you guys on the Western Coast might be just getting into work.
Yeah.
East Coast is
actually they're done with their coffee, probably.
They're ready for lunch.
Thinking about lunch, for sure.
So that's actually widespread. And then our friends from around the world.
I know.
You might have woken up halfway through your sleep just for this. Thank you so much. Now, hopefully you're watching this afterwards. But we've got Disciplr users all around the world. And really, the reason why we wanted to create just a little bit of time for us to connect each week is purely for that, for connection, but also to give you another touch point to know all of the great stuff happening with Disciplr. We know that you guys love it, that you've really enjoyed all the great content and features that are on there. We are working so hard every single week, day in, day out, to make things better for you. So, and we know that there's a lot coming at you a lot of times. We send some emails, we do social media and all that stuff, but we thought what better way than to just pull up a pretty mic, invite our horsey friend to hang with us and just let you guys know face-to-face exactly what's going on. So Cherith is the head of our care team. You want to tell us a little bit about what you do?
Yeah, definitely. Anytime you have an issue and you click that help button on your Disciplr page or you give us a call on our 1-800 number, we answer. Jackie and I do the care team, and so we're the two that will handle any issue you have. Whether it's locked out of your account, there's a resource not attached to the lesson that needs to be attached, curriculum ideas, help with the platform. Sometimes people call us for prayer because we're there, we're safe. That's right. We're here to care for you. Yeah, exactly. So that's what we do, and we love our job.
That's great.
For sure.
You guys do a great job. I know company-wide, the care team at Disciplr is second to none. So we're really proud of the job.
Thank you very much.
You guys do. And then I lead up our marketing efforts here at Disciplr. So all of the emails you see with the little tagline, I've met some people who are like, oh, you're that Andrew. I have an issue. No, I'm just playing. But
you have good blog posts.
Blog posts and stuff like that. Yeah, we run that as well. We've been connecting with a lot of great people actually lately. So we won't even talk about the blog today, but if you haven't checked that out, disciplr.com/blog.
Definitely.
Some good encouragement and all sorts of stuff there. So go check that out.
How was your Father's Day really quick?
Father's Day was really good, actually. We had a jam-packed weekend. So I'm the type of person who really likes to literally do nothing on a day that I get to choose everything, basically.
Yeah.
But our church actually they had a car show and food truck thing. So
that's pretty cool.
We went to that. We got some Jamaican jerk chicken burritos. So that's why I love food trucks, because you get a bunch of different food that you just can't get anywhere else. So that was fun. And then we went to a Sky Sox game, and they're the minor league baseball team here in town. Which minor league baseball is great because you can just go and enjoy it, and you don't have to worry about it.
And it's not expensive.
So, exactly.
But it's just as fun.
Yeah. Well, and we had a friend who had free tickets, so that's even less expensive.
Yeah.
So,
very good.
It was a really good day for us. So.
Good.
You guys too?
We had a great day. My husband said he was blessed, so that's really nice. He's usually deployed, but he was home yesterday, so my kids actually got to spend Father's Day with their father. So that was really nice. We did a bunch of relaxing, silly, wonderful, fun stuff. Yeah, it was great.
Silly family fun is always a good time.
Always good.
So, well, good. Well, hey, we're going to jump into some of the stuff that we've got for you guys. I mentioned earlier that a lot of what we're going to be doing with our time here is going to be very just keeping you in the loop with what's happening with Disciplr. So a lot of this stuff probably, if you've got stuff to get to, you can kind of keep this on in the background, sort of hear about what's going on. There are going to be some weeks, though, we're really excited to bring to you exclusive interviews with content creators of some of the great stuff that's on Disciplr. So if you're unfamiliar, maybe you've really stuck to one curriculum line on there and you love it, that's great. But we'll be able to kind of help you get a better understanding of some of the other lessons and stuff and how to really get the most out of those as well. So we'll be excited to bring some stuff on that. We'll have some time for questions and answers anytime that you guys have them. So feel free to throw those in the chat whenever something comes up, and then we'll answer them probably during the last part of our time here together. And then, of course, any news stuff that we feel like would be valuable for you to know. We try to put ourselves in your shoes often, because if this tool isn't helpful for you, then what are we doing, right? Exactly. So we're trying to think practical terms. What do you need to know right now? And so we'll give you kind of some more stuff about that. And in fact, we're going to kick off with one of those things that's kind of been in place for a while, but we just want to make sure that that you absolutely know about the new tier structure that's on Disciplr. So this was actually back in January that we made this change, but for a lot of you right now, we're coming up on renewal time, and the tiers are really important to know during this time. So what we realized back in, I think it was in the fall, when we were kind of just reassessing, saying, how are we doing? Are we meeting the needs of our customers and stuff like that? We realized that we were missing out on having an option that really worked well for the smaller church. And that was the big driving force for, do we need to really relook at how we're offering options on Disciplr? And the resounding answer was yes. And we created what has now become the Essentials, Plus, and Premium tiers on Disciplr. And Essentials was really the cornerstone of all of that, because it was a package designed specifically with the small church in mind. Access to a lot of resources still, but resources that make sense for the smaller church. So a lot of classroom editions of stuff, worship materials, curriculum that is easy to prep and easy to teach, doesn't require a lot of resources or materials and stuff like that. So that's really been a really exciting thing. We got a ton of great feedback from churches that this is the cheapest option that we've had, because it'll fit in those budgets a lot better, and it gives them access to exactly what they need, probably, and oftentimes for the smaller church, more than they've ever had before, which is really exciting to us, because we know when the church has the right resources, they can do more. And so that's been a really big deal. Now, everybody who was a Disciplr customer before we made those changes, we upgraded, basically. And so everybody who was a customer before is now a Plus or a Premium member. And that came at no additional cost, but you got some extra features with that. So Plus is kind of the, I don't know what you call it.
Well, it's kind of what the smallest package we had used to be.
Right.
The only difference is now it has 3 administrators and 10 spaces.
Lots more.
Yeah. But all the curriculum that was available to them before is still available to them now.
Which is great. So you still got all those great options. And then because you have more classrooms, more needs, midweek discipleship, parenting resources and stuff like that, and you've got all of that. So that's really exciting. And then Premium, we really wanted to fine-tune and create even more resources available for those churches who have big needs, lots of different ministries and stuff like that. So we've created some exclusive content for them. They still get access to unlimited spaces and admins in that account as well. So if you're not sure which of those is your account, you can actually just log in, and you can go up to the little icon. Might have your picture, might have your initials. Scroll down, and I think it's account that you click on. Is that right?
Actually, it's renewal.
Renewal.
Okay. And that actually leads us into the next section, because this is a big issue with people. Not a big issue, but a big concern of people this summer. We have a ton of people renewing this summer. And it's the majority of our customers actually have a renewal date up this summer. And so we're personally trying to reach out to each of you in the care team 30 days, maybe a bit more prior, and just let you know what the process is, what that new pricing structure is that we've come up with since January, and just kind of fill you in on how the process works if you have any questions. So we'll be sending every one of you an email. You can respond if you want. In the email is a link, which I think we'll put up here on our Facebook page. It's to schedule just a time. It's really like a 5-minute phone call with us to go over any questions they might have about renewal. But yes, underneath the drop-down menu on the top right of the screen is a subscription tab. And if you click on that, actually you can get to it through subscription or renewal.
Okay.
It will let you know what level you're at. The majority of people are at Plus. And if you want to change your subscription, if you want to go up or down in subscription, it will walk you through that process as well. There's actually a change subscription button in big blue. We like our big blue buttons on Disciplr. And it'll let you know what exactly is available in Essentials. Because we said before, not all the curriculum on Disciplr is available at Essentials because it's not needed at Essentials. So it'll let you know what's there and what isn't. And then it will also let you know what's available in Premium. If you want to downgrade or upgrade, it will actually walk you through that process on your own. And if you are at Plus and you want to downgrade to Essentials, there's going to be some merging of spaces that you're going to need to do if you have more than 3. It will also let you know if you're using a curriculum like spiritual parenting that isn't available at Essentials, and make sure you know that before you do the process of downgrading. There's also a finish button that's important. Sometimes we walk through things and we think we've done everything, but we haven't finished the process.
Your work.
That's right. So there's a finish button. Make sure you get there. If you don't, it will revert back and renew you at Plus. We want to make sure that you guys know that for anyone renewing with us, you're going to get an automatic 15% discount, loyalty discount. Yeah, we really appreciate you guys staying with us. And so that will be given upon the time of renewal. You won't have to do anything. It will automatically be given. So that takes that price down. A couple little things that we're finding as we talk with customers. One, make sure that your card on your account is up to date. We know that a lot of people get new cards or something like that. The expiration date has come and gone. So make sure that the card you have is updated on Disciplr. Also, if your church is tax exempt, make sure you go on and click the tax exempt button.
That's a big deal.
That's under billing. And you can click that, and then you can just send it to me and my email, and I'll put my email up on here. We would love a copy of your certificate for our files, and that's all we need.
Yeah.
It's a pretty smooth process. I think you made a YouTube video on the process in case we've got a lot of people out there who just like to do it themselves.
Yeah, I like to make these little, screen capture things because we can talk about it, but I don't know about you. I'm like I need to see it or I need to do it myself. So we've got, a whole series of YouTube videos that kind of walk you through different features on Disciplr. Yeah. The renewal thing is a little bit, it's complicated to talk through. So you can actually go there and see it. We'll be sure to link to it in the comments below at a later time. So
sweet.
That should be good. Well, cool.
One more thing. I'm sorry. If something happens when you're renewing and your date comes and it doesn't renew, the bank didn't approve it, or your card wasn't updated, something like that, they have 7 days after their renewal date to update everything and press the resubscribe button, and they'll still get their loyalty discount within that 7-day period.
We really want to get you guys there. I mean, I don't know about you. I always feel a little bit
some money.
Like when I'm a loyal customer somewhere and they're like, hey, we've got a discount for new people. It's like, what about me?
What about me?
I come every week. So
exactly.
We want to be sure to take care of you guys, and we know every little bit helps with your budget. So anything we can do to help you take care of your volunteers, your families, is going to be huge.
For sure.
That's exciting. Yeah. Cool. Let's talk about some content because, oh my goodness, we've got really exciting stuff happening. And if you've missed any of this, you're in for a huge, huge treat. So with all of the revamps, with the tier structure, with Disciplr, we also recognized that there was a big opportunity for us to kind of get some new content on the platform as well. There's some lines like True, Bible and Life, Gospel Light that they've really stood the test through time, and a lot of our customers love the lines that they use. But we recognized we really wanted to get more options in your hands, and especially get some of the really new, exciting stuff that's out there nowadays. So we're really excited to announce that Spark House Whirl Classroom Edition is going to be on Disciplr very soon. If you haven't checked out Spark House Whirl, it is awesome. I actually watched a little bit of it with my 2-year-old last week. The dialogue was a little above her head, but she loved the animation and was really engaged with it.
Super cute.
And I think it does a really good job of taking the principles of Scripture and making it real life for kids, So we're all thrilled about that. It's a 2-year scope and sequence, I think.
It is, and it's super media driven.
Yes, absolutely.
Really neat.
So it checks a lot of boxes for pastors as far as what you're looking for, and really has a pretty full like parenting philosophy around it too. So I know that's
a great curriculum.
So we'll be really excited to get that up. I believe it'll be in the next month or so. Here coming soon. It will be in place so that you could launch it in the fall if you want to do that. So that's a big one. The other big one is actually the New City Catechism. So this is a brand new curriculum. It's not even out yet. That has been endorsed by Tim Keller, and it takes kids through the catechism on their level. And so this is a really new angle, I guess, denominationally that we haven't had yet. Fills some needs that the catechism is one of those things, like either you're doing it or you're not. You know. So now that you have an option, this is something that you've always thought about doing, or maybe that interests you. The great thing about Disciplr is you can also try these things out and see. That's
what I was just going to say. Even if you're not committed to the entire curriculum, you could try it out. I mean, there's value in tradition, and there's value in all kinds of samplings and that kind of stuff. That's really neat.
This might be something to fit a Sunday school, environment, whereas the other curriculums might be more tuned for midweek discipleship or something like that. So we're thrilled that we get to launch alongside them, and that should be available again in the fall as well. Another huge thing that everyone's been really excited about is worship on Disciplr. This is something that has been a long time coming. I mean, being able to get all your curriculum and everything, I mean, value-wise, you can't purchase curriculum for a better deal than what you get if you just get that. But worship, we've been really committed to keeping on the same level, where this is something that the smaller church is really going to value, as well as the larger church. Like having a worship option in Disciplr is huge. So we've added that at no additional cost to you. And we have got 4 new partners. So Jumpstart 3, we launched as kind of a trial thing back in January. The response to that was so massive that now Jumpstart 3's come on with even more content that's all available right now. But then in addition to that, we've got Yancey, who's going to be on there very soon.
Good.
Preschool stuff is like off the chain. That's the stuff that my daughter can't stop listening to. She asks for worship all the time, and worship means Yancey for her. Also, Doorpost Songs is right now available, and that stuff is really good too. I actually hadn't known them until we started talking through, but
me either.
I was like, how did I miss this? This is quality stuff.
Very good.
And then Justin Graves' band is an up-and-coming kind of family-oriented worship pastor, and got some great stuff that can work in a lot of different contexts. So we've got a lot of different styles, a lot of different age groups. I mean, I'm thrilled. This isn't just kind of a one-size-fits-all. That's kind of what we go for with Disciplr, that this fits your needs, So with all these options, you'll be able to find 1, 2, maybe all of them fit in different contexts for you. But those are all available to all tier levels. So there's no restrictions on that. You get access to all of it.
And it's good worship. It's not just like songs that everyone kind of wants to turn down. I mean, they're really good quality things.
And I think what's cool is that it's a full experience in and of itself. So if you have the video and audio equipment to play a video, I'm pretty sure that all of these will include like song motions too, if not most of them at least. So your volunteers can learn the song motions, but the video kind of drives the experience. So it's a full-blown worship experience, really baked into your week, your weekend, your week through. I don't know what weekday. Whoops, that's the thing. Words, I'm good with them, I promise. And then another thing that actually we launched recently is the Sprout Box curriculum. And hopefully you've gotten to check this out. If you haven't, you really need to. We've been really thrilled. We've known that having an exclusive curriculum would be huge. What we didn't know is that we'd be able to partner with such great people like David Kim from Sprout Box and Amy Dolan from Lemon Lime Kids. They came together and helped us to create this 4-week curriculum for preschoolers. It's media rich. It's so simple to use, and yet it's so deep and fun at the same time.
It's so sweet.
If you haven't checked it out, it's great. We designed it specifically for the summer use also. So now that we're almost halfway through the summer, you need to check it out.
There's still time.
There is time. There's definitely time, but definitely go see it. It's 4 weeks, but the material or the lesson itself repeats itself for each of those. So there's actually just 2 lessons, but it's with different activities. They're all very low material, low prep and stuff. It'll be easy to use, and it's lots of fun. So there's Great theme song if you haven't heard it either.
I have.
You got to
really
go.
cute.
You got to go check out the theme song if nothing else, because it's a lot of good fun. So that is pretty much everything. We've also I did want to mention too. We've got VBS options in there. Hopefully you've got all your stuff planned out. Yeah. But in case you don't and you're in a pinch, guess what? You've got up to 4 different VBSs depending on which you're in, including the brand new Action Bible VBS is on premium.
That's a big deal. Yeah.
So in case you need that, maybe you're going for a late August VBS or something.
Some people do.
That's available on there. But definitely for next year, you should be thinking if you're not utilizing the VBS options on Disciplr. And we're hopeful that we'll continue to expand that offering as well. That next summer you have something right there. You don't have to go out and find something in addition. It's all included. You don't have to
pay any
right
extra
there.
for it.
Yeah,
yep.
Love that. So for the fall, be sure to check out what's new. There's obviously a lot, and there's even more in the pipeline. I mean, this is just the beginning. So this is the stuff we can't announce to you right now. And we'll be excited through the Disciplr Download Show to give you really the up-to-date stuff, the brand new cutting edge.
That's right.
This is the first time. Hopefully we'll be able to do that soon. Okay, another feature we've got to talk about is the upload to Gap feature.
It's pretty cool.
So this has been a long time requested feature. We know that with Disciplr, you've got all the options you need, all the curriculum possible, but still, there are some weeks that you need to go off the beaten path, right? Yep. There are some weeks that you need to create your own thing. Maybe there's something happening in the adult worship experience that is going to affect what happens with the kids. Maybe you do a family weekend where everyone goes in there, or you leave church. I was at a church once that for an entire weekend they would just cancel services and go out and serve the community. So
me too.
It can be stuff like that. There are just weeks where it's not going to make sense to have something on there, but you still want to get your teachers the right resources that they need. Mm-hmm. And we put this feature in earlier this year called Gaps, which allows you to unschedule lessons and put in a note, basically, which is great for like the weekends where you're not going to have services. You can just say, hey, we've got Christmas Eve services, go attend with your family or something like that. But what we didn't have was a feature that would allow you to upload your own resources and materials depending on stuff that maybe you've created that you need to get your teachers access to. Well, now we've got that there. So when you unschedule a lesson now, you'll have an option in there to upload a lesson and any downloadable resources that you own to the Gap.
Yeah.
So really exciting. And honestly, this is a feature that kind of opens it up if there are churches that like create their own curriculum.
Exactly.
This could be an entire management system for you now that's fully featured and supported by us. So with a lot of great supplemental stuff too.
Exactly.
So we're excited. On the big scale, it allows you to do more. And then on the smaller scale, for just the weekend or week out things that change, you've got more options than maybe sometimes you would need, which is good. It's better to have too much than too little.
Overwhelming.
No, I don't think so. But what's the response been so far with you guys to this?
Honestly, sounds kind of silly, but a lot of gasps. I can do that? I can do that? Oh, that's so neat. Even small things, just being able to put, if you guys were doing a church outreach that weekend, putting the flyer there for your teachers to print off, or the week before you can print it off and send it home with the kids so that the parents have a reminder about it. A lot of people do write their own sermons and make their own curriculum and they just want to do that for that week. And being able to let their teachers access that on their own, I think it's a pretty positive response. It's
a huge deal. And we've also had the option for a while now to upload resources to lessons that you already have in there. So be sure that you check that out. If you just click on the resources tab for any lesson, you'll see an upload feature on there. And so if I think you came up with this last week, if you have a high schooler who loves coloring or drawing or something, they create a coloring page for a lesson. You could upload that, and then your teachers can download it, print it out themselves.
That could be your the preschoolers coloring page.
Exactly. And that you have to have the rights to all that stuff. So, it goes without saying, but we got to say it. So be sure that you're doing that. But it's a great option. And there's plenty of stuff. I know that, you create game-wise, activity-wise, all that kind of stuff. So you got options when you have lessons, when you don't have lessons.
Yep.
I think we basically just totally rocked that section. I don't know. So we're really excited to hear your feedback too. And if you've used it, definitely let us know. Definitely let us know how that went. We're always eager to hear stories about it being used in your church context. So we're excited for all of that. I I think that's pretty much everything we got.
I think so.
We got our show notes and stuff to make sure that we don't miss anything. If you guys do have any questions or anything, you can let us know in the comments. I'll try and think of anything else that we could talk about. Actually, there is one other big thing I want to make sure you know about is the referral program that we just recently launched. So we're really excited to get the word out about Disciplr, obviously, and there's no one better than you guys who are using it and knowing that it works for your church context. So if you have any friends who are in ministry, maybe kids pastor at a different church or something like that, and you've been thinking, man, Disciplr would really help them out, you can let them know about it, and then go to disciplr.com/referral. And when they sign up for a free trial, we'll track them through. And if they end up purchasing, we'll actually send you an Amazon gift card, either for your ministry, for personal use. We're not going to judge. It's just a gift to you to say thank you. But if they do go through that, then we're excited to resource you and help you out a little bit. It's our way of saying thanks.
Yeah,
so
thanks.
There's never a better way, especially in the ministry world, to get the word out about something than
just that it's helpful for you guys.
Exactly, with your friends, with your actual experience. So definitely check that out, disciplr.com/referral. And if you're interested, I can actually personally set you up with a URL that's tailored just for you, that you can shoot out as an email to friends or post on their social media or something like that. And I'd be happy to do that. Andrew@disciplr.com is my email. We've got really complicated email address.
Yeah, Cherith@disciplr.com. The only complicated part about that is my name.
You got to remember the name.
I'll spell it out.
That's tough. So
okay.
With that, we'll go ahead and sign off. Thanks again so much for all of you who joined us live on here, and for those of you who ended up watching afterwards. We're really excited to do this as kind of a weekly thing, and we'll let you know in the Facebook users group. If you're not a part of that, if you're watching this on YouTube, be sure to join that, because it is the best place. We're posting quickly on there whenever we've got anything to announce. So it's just facebook.com/groups/Disciplr. And you can join the conversations that are happening around new features and people who are using Disciplr and talking about that. So,
and we'll keep looking at this, because if there's any questions uploaded, we'll answer those.
Absolutely.
For sure.
That's why we're here. We're here to help you win. So we set our email addresses. I think
you can always reach us through the help button on the drop-down menu, or our 1-800 number, which is also on that help button. So we're here for you guys.
That's how to get in touch with us. So we're excited to continue to serve you guys and just help you do everything that God's called you to do as a ministry. We really count it as an honor to serve you. So don't ever hesitate if there's anything we can do. So we love you guys.
Have a great week.
See you soon.